starting this off by saying I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna make it work. So I am starting, I think, a week long or maybe month long, I don't know yet, reading vlog. So I keep forgetting the camera's right here. Anyway, I want to do a reading vlog. Yeah, I'm going to be reading a lot of manga that I picked up recently. Because I am in a reading mood. So I have 2 series that I already have the like I'm already invested into the series. Oh shoot, did I start the thing without saying who I am? Oh, hi, I'm Shetried. Hi, I'm Shetried. I am a makeup, manga, anime, video game lover. Yeah, sure, we're gonna go with that. And content creator. So I wanted to come on here and just kind of like give my thoughts on some of the series that I'm starting / also continuing. So I think I'm gonna leave the 2 that I started now that I'm invested in for last. And then I'm gonna start with, actually, this is the one I really wanted to start with because I love this cover and I love like the premise, which is about a detective who is looking for vampires, and he wants to avenge his lover that was murdered by a vampire, and he runs into this girl and they have adventures. So yeah, I think I want to say she's a vampire too, but I don't know, I haven't read the book yet. But it's called Momo the Blood Taker. This is volume 1, and it's by Akira Sugito. I hope I'm saying that right. So sorry if I'm not. But yeah, so I'm gonna start on that one. I'm probably gonna do it after I read. After I do my makeup look, because I have to film my TikTok or something. So or video, whatever. I gotta do things. So and take pictures. So I'm gonna go do that, and then after that, I'm gonna read. Okay, so I'm back. Yes, I'm in my bed again. I don't know what to tell you. So I have finished volume 1 of Momo the Blood Taker, and I think I'm gonna keep reading it. I like the art style. I think it's very, very pretty. I like the story. Basically, the first volume is setting up the story as to why, not her, but the guy on the back, Lord Jesus. I just read his name. Miko Game-kun? Miko Game-san. Okay, sorry. I got his name right though. Miko Game-san, who is this person right here, is looking for this person. We don't know his name yet, besides the fact that he has two faces. He is the antagonist. I had to think about it. The antagonist or the villain of this story. He murdered his wife like 10 years ago, and he is now on the like revenge track. Basically has been for like 10 years of finding him so that way he can avenge his wife. And so I know the cover, the thing in the back doesn't make sense. Okay. Anyway, so basically, and then like literally as soon as he found the antagonist, you can see better, the antagonist rocked his shit basically, and the girl in the front had to rescue him. Yeah. Turns out though, she's not a little girl. Well, she's short, but she's not a little girl. She's like 200 years old. So that made me feel a little bit better about seeing this. So I was like, Lord, please, don't let this be something weird. Because I really like this story so far. Like, please. So very, very much so like on some free run type time, like where they're like hella old but look young. So yeah. So, and her name is Momo Persephone Draculia. And see, she is a 200-year-old vampire. They don't say exactly what she is yet, but she's a vampire, and she is the one that rescues Mikogami-kun. And so basically she is now his master, and he has to live with the fact that he is now one of the monsters that he wants to kill. And so how this volume ends is that one of, I'm not gonna say which one, just so that way y'all can read the story. Don't mind my bunny right here. How it ends is that one of Mikogame's subordinates dies, and he is now basically tasked with the fact that he has to find his subordinate's killer, which he finds out by way of the subordinate that it is a two-faced vampire. So basically he is on a mission to kill vampires, even though he is a vampire. So one of those kind of stories where it's like, you know, I am what I don't want to be, but I'm killing you. I personally really like the story so far. I'm interested in seeing how it ends because of the fact that Mikogame tried to fight the two-faced vampire and lost really bad, like really bad, like got his ass kicked. So I am and a little another twist at the very end. So I'm very interested to see like how all the twists and the characters and stuff intertwine and come together. So I'm very excited to keep reading this series. I'm going to probably pick up volume 2, maybe like in a month or something like that, maybe 2, because I still have to finish these other books. So yeah, a couple books. I'm gonna be next reading the I Married My Female Friend, volume 1, and I'm excited about this. It is basically about two friends that made a bet that saying that they weren't married, they would get married to each other. And so I really think this is gonna be cute. I love the cover art is so cute to me. Like, I love it. And then this is the back. It's so cute. So yeah. So let me show you a little bit of the Momo really quick just to see the art style. Let me see. Yeah, I'll show you this part. So this is like the beginning of it, and this is how it looks. I know, straight graphic from the beginning, but it's funny. Oh, and also this little demon is Momo's little what's it called? Not spirit, but underling, her little underling, or her little what else is it called? Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. Not fairy. Like, it's another thing for underling, but like they're like their spirit partner or whatever, their magical being partner, whatever. I can't think of the name. Oh my gosh, it's in my head, but I can't get it out. So yeah. So either way, enjoyed Momo the Blood Taker. We'll definitely be picking up the rest of the volumes. I think it's like up to volume 8 right now, so I have some time to catch up because I don't know how long this series is gonna I don't know if it's already ended in Japan or not. So I am going to keep reading that, and I'm gonna read next I Married My Female Friend by Shoyo Isiu. Usiu, I believe. Sorry, I'm bad at anybody's name. No matter the language, I'm bad at everybody's name. So yeah. The Momo the Blood Taker is by Akira Sugito. So if you're interested in that, I would say check it out. And I will come back and let you know how I Married My Female Friend goes. Okay. Good morning. So I am back again with an update. With a review update for I Married My Female Friend. I finished volume 1. It didn't take me as long as Momo because I think Momo is a little bit like thicker. But yeah, I Married My Female Friend is about Rumiko san and Kurumi san, and they are high school best friends, and they made a pact around, I think, like in very like early 20s, basically, that if they are not married within, or if they haven't found anyone in 5 years, then they would get married. And Rumiko was the one that made the proposal. And so, yeah, 5 years went by, they weren't married, and they got married. Period. They're best friends, and they are just learning to how to live with each other, and also how to deal with their feelings for each other, because Gurumi-san is kind of flighty and like very like oh, let's go on beating my own drum, blah, 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 blah. Which, I love that. But also, I hope I'm saying that right. Is it Ruiko or Rumiko? Ruiko. Sorry. Ruiko is the one that has like feelings for Kurumi. So, she is and they have different schedules. Like, Kurumi like stays up all night and like sleeps during the day, while Ruiko like goes to work and like sleeps, like has like a regular schedule basically, or like a normal, like a not a normal, but like someone like a normal adult type situation. So basically is how they combine both of their lives together, and how they feel about one another, and how they can make their relationship work. And also they have to make the relationship work because of the fact that Kurumi is basing, like, because she's a writer, she's basing her weekly column on her marriage to Ruiko. So it's very interesting. I like the dynamic between the two. I do think that Kurumi at this moment, this is the first volume, I do think at this moment Kurumi is a little selfish. Just because of the fact that I feel like Ruiko like tries to make an effort to like accommodate Kurumi, and Kurumi like cares about Ruiko, but I don't think she knows how to accommodate her in a way that like makes sense for both of them. So I'm excited to read the next volumes. I don't know how many volumes are out right now of this, but I'm excited to keep reading. This is another first volume that I'm glad I picked up. And yeah, I'm gonna keep following it. And I love the fact that they're both adults. I don't think I understand. Like, there's so much manga based on like high school best friends, or like not high school best friends, just like high schoolers. And when I find manga that has adult people in them, I tend to run to them. So, but this was a really good story. I love the story. I love the art. Just to like kind of give like a little something. This is how the art looks. Like, it's very pretty. And so I like the art, I like the story, and yeah, it's not a bad read. It took me like, I think maybe like 30 to 40 minutes to read this whole thing. So yeah, and it's based in the chapters I break down on episodes, which I think is funny. Because it kind of like reminds me of anime. Because Kurumi likes anime and like manga and stuff. So I think that's cool. So, and Ruiko is a pastrier. I don't know. She does pastries basically. She works in a bakery and everything. So yeah. So I'm excited, like I said, to read more. And I think the next book I am going to read is Magus of the Library. This is also a volume 1. I haven't decided yet if this vlog is gonna be all volume 1s, or if it's just gonna be volume 1s plus the other series I've already been reading. But we're gonna keep it with volume 1s for right now. And yeah, Magus of the Library. All I know is that the premise reminds me a little bit of Ascendance of a Bookworm. So, and Moggy. It's like Moggy combined with a sentence of a bookworm so far. So at least based on the description. So yeah. Let me just read it really quick. In the small village of Amun lives a poor boy named Theo. Theo adores books, but because of his pointed, this is why I need my glasses. Because of his pointed ears and impoverished life, he isn't allowed to use the village library. As he endures the prejudice and hatred of the village, he dreams of going where such things don't exist. Avzak, city of books. One day, Theo chances to meet a Kafna, a librarian who works for the great library of Avzak, and his life changes forever. Excited? No, this isn't about adults, but I like books, and I like library books, and I like the fact that it reminds me of Moggy. So, and I don't know. I like fantasy books. I like fantasies too. So, I'll make an exception for this. I'm making an exception for this. But yeah, so that's the next book I'm gonna read, and yeah, if you're wondering why you keep seeing me in the same stuff, it's because of the fact that as a depressed person, I tend to stay in clothes that are comfortable even each day, even if it's the same thing. So yeah, and I just like to be comfortable. So yeah, so I will talk to y'all later. Okay, bye. Hello, back for another day, another book, and excuse me. And I think the last time I got on camera, I was talking about Mangas of the Library, I believe. Yeah, well, I finished it, and it is so, like, I know I've been saying everything has been so good, but it really has. I really picked up some really good books, I feel like, this time around with my manga haul. Because this was like was this on a whim or was this become recommended? Actually, no. This was recommended by influencer I follow on Instagram. I hope I mentioned that before. But yeah, I saw this and it basically reminds me of Ascendance of a Bookworm and Moggy, like, together. Even though Ascendance does have a magical system or a magical, like, world, I think of Moggy because of the pointed ears. And the boy kind of looks like the character from Moggy. I can't think of his name. Oh, Lord. What is that little blue-haired boy's name? Alibaba. Alibaba. That's the name of the little boy. Yes. Actually, Alibaba, now looking at it, actually has rounded ears. I thought he had pointed ears. Okay. Either way, the little boy with his passion, that's what it is. The passion that he has for books is the same passion Alibaba had for what's his face? Magic. That's why I contend the two to each other. So apparently this book is based off of Kathna of the Wind by Sophie Schwim, and is translated by Hiroto Hamada. I was looking up Kathna of the Wind. Let me pull up that tab. Oh, okay. So technically, this is interesting. I'm on Reddit. You know. Fun fact, Kathna of the Wind isn't actually like a real world book. It's a story written by a character in the book, if that makes sense. In a book, and this apparently in the Mangas of the Library. Apparently, because I'm looking at the Reddit and they're saying that oh wow, it's 5 years ago. I did not know it came out that late. It says that okay, so yeah, it's saying that it's only it's a story shared between the author and their champion or their hero, because of the fact that Theo, that's his name, that's the name of the boy, he is, just to get into it, I guess, he is discriminated against because of his pony long ears and his pale skin and his blonde hair and the fact that he really likes to read books. And so Um, so he's made fun of for that, and he's made fun of also because he's poor. You can't tell from the book, from the cover of the book, but no, he grew up in the slums. And so, but he uses books to like kind of escape that world, which is why I also love this book. I also love this series because I also did that when I was younger, like going to like my like childhood and then teenage years. I really loved reading books to like imagine myself in those worlds and to imagine myself like just somewhere else, somewhere other than where I was. So, excuse me. So I love Theo for that. I love Theo. And yeah, and so Theo grows up with his sister Tifa, and even though Tifa isn't technically related to Theo, she just takes care of him. I guess she found him maybe as like as a child, or is like the half sister of him, because apparently Theo is the baby of or child of a human, and I guess someone, I don't know the other race yet, but they just call them long ears. Long pointy eared. Because of that, that's why also a lot of people don't like him when he's a child, because of the fact that he's seen basically as an abomination. So, at least to like some people. So, yeah, he's taking care of our sister Tifa, and they both live in the slums of this of the current world that they're in, or town that they're in, which is anyway in the town. So you would think I would know, I just read the book, but it's just some complicated words. Anyway, so yeah, and on top of that, because of the fact that everybody discriminates against him, he's not even allowed to check out libraries or get libraries or borrow books from the library. And so he is always constantly just like reading like his textbooks and like, you know, learning from there, and like, you know, seeing if he can like read books from his friend Kaya. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I think it was Shakaya. And she helps him like sneak into the library so that way he can read books. But anyway, and her daddy is the one that prevents him from borrowing the books. Nasty ass. Very nasty man for that. Because all the baby wanted to do was read. But one day, these people come into town called the Kafna, which are these people right here, they're part of this organization that protects books, because books in this world are sacred texts. No matter like how big or how small or how, you know, someone feels insignificant or not, you know, texts are an important part of this world's existence. So they are coming into town because they heard of an existence of a grimoire that's in town, and grimoires, if they're not properly taken care of, because they're old books, they're not properly taken care of, but they become dangerous. And so that's why they have come into this small town, because they heard that somehow a grimoire has gotten to it. So I'm not going to tell the whole thing because of the fact that, you know, I do want y'all to read it, but I will say the story is very interesting. It really does remind me of like, just like the power of books and how much books can like really mean to people. It also reminded me why I love reading so much. Yeah, it's a really good story. One line in particular I liked in it was, yes, we must protect the thoughts of our ancestors. I love that. Like, I almost cried when I read it. Like, I know it makes me seem silly to some people, but I did. Like, we must protect the thoughts of our ancestors. Like, yes, period. So, and just to give like a little preview, this is like the book. You won't know what it's talking about looking at this, but this is like the art style. It's very, very pretty. That's another thing. I've also come across great art in these series that I've been reading, these first volume texts. So I'm very, very excited. But I wanted to go back really quick to the protecting the thoughts of our ancestors, because I just wanted to I'm just saying, like, that's the reason why I have, there we go. I was like, how can I show y'all? No, that's the reason why I have these hardcover and like softcover books, because a lot of these texts are like from like prominent Black authors, and like from Toni Morrison to Maya Angelou, Zora Neale Hurston, Octavia Butler, just like a variety of like who I consider like the classics of you know, literature that matters to me. So yeah, so that's why I'm like a big fan. So basically, long story short, I would give this a 5 out of 5 for a first volume. I didn't rate the other ones, but I'm gonna go back at the end and try and rate them. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5 as far as the introduction for a story goes. I'm very excited to see Theo's journey into becoming a Kafna, and to see like what shenanigans he gets into trying to read all the books that he can. Like, I'm so excited. I love this book. So I love this series now. Like, I'm in love with it. So I don't know how many volumes are out right now. But okay, so far 7 volumes. I don't know when it will end, but I'm very excited to see what's gonna happen. Like I said, for Theo and for the other characters in the book that are going to be a part of his life. Now, I want to see if one particular character will still be around in the next volume, because there is a time skip in volume 1. So I'm curious to see the person that was a big inspiration for him is still around. So yeah, I think, depending on how much footage I have, I think this will be it for this reading vlog. I hope y'all like it and enjoy it. Oh, let me rank this really quick. So let me see, what was I reading? Okay, so I don't know how I forgot, but yeah. So first one, Momo. I would say this is, I like this. Like, I like the art and I like the story. The only thing is just that you know, here's my thing about characters that look young but are old. I you know what I'm saying, I get the concept, I get the old justification or whatever justification, whatever, blah, blah. I get the appeal of why people want to do it, because it's like, she looks young but she's old as hell, blah 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 blah. I just wish people would just make the people just look older. Like, just make them look like, just make them look like I don't know, taller, something. But, you know, hey, she's 200 years old, so who am I to say that, you know, and she's a vampire, so what? But clearly she was made a vampire, like, at a young age. So, anyway, I would give this a 4.5 out of 5. Only reason I give it a 4.5 out of 5 is the fact that I feel like the art's good, the storytelling is good. It's just, I'm very curious about this like character development, and I also think it's like kind of cliche to do a like, oh, I'm now the monster that I feared type stuff, even though I like Kaiju number 8. So maybe that makes me a hypocrite in a way, but yeah, that's the only reason I give it a 4.5 out of 5. So the next one was I Married My Female Friend, volume 1. Yeah, so I gave it 4.5 out of 5, and we'll definitely pick up volume 2 to see if I like it still. Married My Female Friend, definitely picking it up, 5 out of 5. Love the storytelling. Love the fact that Kurumi, sorry, I messed up their names. Kurumi and Ruiko are like learning more about their relationship and about themselves, and how can they, you know, put 2 different worlds of friendship basically together into one harmonious marriage. And I love that. So yeah, I feel like this was a good reading vlog. Great volume 1 books. Next reading vlog will be more than likely either more first volumes, or because I do have a backlog of first volumes I have to read, or it'll be like a continuation series. So yeah, let me know down below though if you have any opinions on any of these books that I read. I hope that this vlog makes sense in a way. Hopefully it does. But yeah, I want to thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.